Hey guys, we're going to be back here in the Seahawks franchise. I just wanted to do a little check-in here before I did start the video. I switched back to a 4-3 because our defense was really not good the first game. Thankfully, I didn't invest a lot of picks into going into a 3-4. I did take this Thurman Bean, though. He was a linebacker. I moved him to a defensive end, and he's going to be like a backup pass rusher because in the 4-3, you have to switch your front lineman out a lot to keep them fresh. So he's going to be playing a lot. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know. And then Thomas Davis is going to be my left linebacker. So yeah, just switching to a 4-3. A 3-4 did not suit us at all, I don't think. I don't know why I thought we'd be good from that, but it was a bad game. Go ahead and look. We let like A.J. McCarron throw for 400 yards, and it was just not a good day. So yeah, I think a 4-3 is going to be a lot better with Cameron Rake as the right end, Frank Clark, who's really coming on as a pass rusher. I think we're going to have a way better defense, and thankfully we did not have any long-term injuries from last week. But let's go ahead and get into the Arizona game. The Cardinals here are going to be led out by Josh Rosen, and you can see he did not have a great week his first week. All right, here we go. We're going to be starting on defense. I'm pretty sure Fitzgerald retired, and yeah, keep in mind we did switch back to a 4-3. I'm using Jacksonville's defensive playbook as we're able to stop David Johnson there for a short game. 3rd and 8 here. Arizona's going to have a decent down to try to pick up here as Josh Rosen gets sacked by Cameron Wake coming off the edge. And I believe that's his first sack of the year. The veteran pass rusher here making a very nice play. As you can see here, Josh Rosen just gets the snap and Cameron Wake immediately gets through. The lineman just didn't even see him and then just comes through and hits Rosen there, and Cameron Wake's going to get us the ball back. And we were going to be let out by Russell Wilson coming off a decent week last week. Did throw an interception but played overall pretty good. So to be honest here, I'm not mad at my offense at all. We put up some points last week. I believe we put up 31, maybe 34. I'm not mad at my offense. My defense was the problem. I would love to get the run game established, though, as Penny here loses a yard. That was really tough last week, not having a run game. Yeah, in case you guys are wondering, I am going to be using empty a lot because that is one of my new formations. I have a lot of empty sets, so going empty is probably going to be a more common thing as I fumble the ball. Oh my. Who was that? Dante Fowler with the recovery. And that's going to be a turnover right back to Arizona. Well, definitely not what I would have liked to happen there. That's definitely not ideal. We're going to be in a pretty tough situation here, working on a real short field as Shaquem Griffin breaks that pass up. We're going to be in a 3rd and 7. I expect my pass rushers here to get off pretty decent in this long of a down. Josh Rosen has all day, and he finds Dante Moncrief for a first down and a huge play for Arizona, and they're going to be 1st and goal now. 2nd and goal. Arizona backed up a little bit, and David Johnson gets hit there by Landon Collins for no gain. 3rd and goal. Really big play already here. If we can stop him, that's going to be pretty big. As Josh Rosen is outside the pocket. Oh, and he almost gets sacked and just throws it away. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So they are going to go for the field goal here. That would give them a 3-point lead off the fumble, and they make it easily. Chip shot there, and they're going to take the lead here at Arizona. Well, we do know that Russell Wilson struggled with fumbles a year ago here in the first season, and I'm hoping that's not going to be this year, because he had real trouble there with fumbles, and we're going to find Baldwin open here, and he gets a 1st down. Russell Wilson's first pass gets a 1st down, and Doug Baldwin, did have a good game last week. Yeah, I definitely would love to get back to running the football here. I just don't know if it's going to work out. Our interior offensive linemen are just not great, but there they do a good job. And Chris Carson, he had a breakout week last week. I'm going to want to play him a lot more. Yeah, he really did have a great week. The defense here is a little bit worrying. When they line up wide like this, play actions usually aren't the best, as they're going to leave my tight end underneath wide open McBride. And he fights up there, and he gets about 7 yards. Yeah, to be honest here, I'd love to call the read option from this formation, because if they bite on it, you have some decent room with your quarterback, and they're going to take Russell Wilson there. I'm just going to run it with Penny, and he gets a first. We're going to be in a 2nd and 10 here after a pass that did not go anywhere. I'm just going to have to check it down to Penny. He makes somebody miss, and he gets a first down and a lot more. And Russell Wilson there just checking it down, and it goes for about 15 yards. Penny showing off his speed. 2nd and 9 here. Would love to try to maybe get outside the pocket, but I'm not going to have any room or time as Williams here gets the sack and pushes us back to a 3rd and 18. 3rd and 18, really long play. Do not want to lose any more yards after already not doing well. So I'm just going to run it here with Wilson. And I thought Penny there was going to block for me, but he didn't. So we're going to have to go for the field goal. All right, going to go for the field goal here, and we're going to nail that. And we tie it up here 3-3. Yeah, one of my game plans here is definitely going to be try to blitz Rosen a little bit and try to throw him off his game, seeing that this is only his 2nd game here. David Johnson is going to go up the middle, but gets hit hard by Cam Chancellor, and he paid the price for that run. It seems as he did not get that many carries just a week ago, only 13 on the day for him, and you have to give David Johnson more than 13 carries. They're going to toss it out to him here, and that's a great play by them. I was not expecting the toss. All right, Thurman Bean here is going to be at the defensive end spot. Keep an eye on him. We'll see how he does. As the run game there gets stuffed by Green, the defensive line substitute here. So this is exactly where you let the offensive line loose. 3rd and 19, this is when I'm going to send some people as Frank Clark gets a great jump there, and he sacks Rosen. Frank Clark's 2nd week in a row, he's going to have another sack, and he's turning into one of our best defensive players on this team, Frank Clark is. So we are going to get the ball back here after Frank Clark comes up big. It looks like they're going to be in maybe cover 3 here, as I'm going to pass it to McBride, and he's going to stiff arm somebody close to a first down. 2nd and 1 here. This is when I might want to take a shot, so let's see what kind of looks we get. Nothing I like here, so I'm just going to run it with Wilson, and he's going to pick up the first and a little more. New set of downs here. We are going to run it with Chris Carson, and a fumble. How'd he fumble it? Chris Carson? No, I've never seen that. Take a look. I've never seen this. He's just running, and he loses it. What happened? As he's going down, it just falls out. And Arizona's going to get the ball back off that. 2nd and 6 here. I'm going to try to send a little pressure. And they're going to do a play action here, and they're going to find Gresham wide open. He breaks a tackle, and he breaks another, and that's going to be a touchdown off a fumble by Chris Carson. So it's going to be a 2nd and 10 after, I still can't believe that fumble, as I'm going to throw it here, and Doug Baldwin comes up with the grab. I could have probably hit the post, but I didn't think I had enough time. All right, 1st and 10 here. I'm going to send Austin in motion, and we're going to just throw it underneath here to Obregon, who has a lot of speed. And that, I mean, right there, already to the 37. You see how fast Obregon was blowing by Marshawn Lattimore in week 1. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 here. And I'm just going to throw it underneath to Obregon, who makes another grab. And if he can just upgrade his hands, he's going to be really good. So 2nd and inches here. I'm going to line up tight with Rashad Penny in the backfield, and I'm going to break out wide with him. And that pays off. I was going to try to cut it inside, but we go out wide, and Penny picks up some yards. 2nd and 4 here, and we're going to run a little shovel option. I'm going to give it to Penny, and we truck over somebody, and he's still going. Oh my, he almost made it to the end zone. Trucks over somebody and fights clear to the 3-yard line. 1st and goal here. We're going to line up spread, and I'm going to throw it for a fade, and it's overthrown there. I was going to try to give McBride a chance. They're going to line up in goal line formation. Let's see if we can punch it in. As we get hit hard there over the middle trying to get in the end zone. 3rd and goal here. Pretty big play. If we can get the touchdown, that'll tie us in. We're going to be under pressure immediately by Hassan Reddick. We're going to get taken down. Going for the field goal here. we are going to make it and cut it into a 4-point game. So after a few opportune mistakes we gave up there, opportunities were missed, I do mean. Yeah, we've had some head-scratching plays, and Arizona's going to get the ball here, and he's going to float it to Nelson, who somehow stays in bounds there. It's going to be a 2nd and 3, and they're going to run it with David Johnson. He stays patient, and he finds a first down. It's going to be a 1st and 10 here. Josh Rosen has played well so far, and he's going to have time, and it gets broken up and intercepted by Cam Chancellor. Shaquille Griffin deflects it, and Cam Chancellor intercepts it, and we're going to get the ball back on a short field. So after that turnover, we're going to start out in the empty set here and see what we can do, as I'm just going to throw it to McBride, who comes up with a grab. Oh, and McBride is injured. 1st and 10 again here. Oh, and we're going to be under pressure. I'm just going to run with it with Russell Wilson, and we are able to get some yards. Take a little unnecessary contact there. So there has been an injury report. All McBride has was a strained tricep, so he is only going to miss this game. Let's go ahead and see if we can get any yards here, though. We're going to pass it to Austin, who has a lot of open field, and he has a lot of speed. That's going to be a touchdown. Just throw it to Austin in the open space, and he will make a defense pay. And we take the lead here. That's just speed by him. So 2nd down here for Arizona. Pretty big play near and towards the end of the 2nd quarter. Josh Rosen is going to have all day. And they fumble it. What a hit by Bobby Wagner. And Mingo is going to come up with the recovery. What a play. Man, Arizona is kind of falling apart. Check this out here. Josh Rosen makes a good play. Steps up in the pocket, delivers it. And then our hard-hitting defense makes a play. Bobby Wagner knocks it out. And then Bratavius Mingo recovers. That's a nice play you would like to see by your defense. So it's going to be 2nd and short here. Going to motion Obregon and just pass it underneath to him. And he's going to fight for more yards. And we're going to get to the 12-yard line, and that should bring us here to the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 8 here. We're going to play action, and we're under pressure. Chandler Jones gets in there, and we know how tough he is to defend. Just take a look at the games last year. He destroyed us. And Russell Wilson takes a shot there. We're going to line up empty here. It's going to be a 3rd and long. We'll see what we can do. I'm just going to float it here to Baldwin, and that might be intercepted, and it nearly is. Man coverage, and I lobbed it up there. We're going to go for the field goal, and we're able to hit that, and that's going to make it a 6-point game here late in the 2nd. All right, 2nd and 11 here. They're just lining up. This is going to be the last play, it seems. Josh Rosen's just going to toss it underneath, and that's going to bring us to the start of the 3rd quarter. So as a total here, I do think we did play good this the 1st half. We did have a few turnovers, but we came back there late, getting 2 turnovers of our own to take the lead. So we do get the ball here to start the 3rd quarter. Let's see if we can continue playing pretty well. As I'm just going to try to throw it here, and we fumble it again. Man, Russell Wilson struggles with fumbles a lot here. It's going to be a 3rd and 10 here. This is going to be a pretty big play. We'll see what happens as I'm going to try to fire it, and that could have been intercepted. And it gets broken up, though. It's going to be a 4th and 10, and we're going to have to punt it away already. So it's going to be a 3rd and 10 here already for Arizona. We're going to be in the dollar formation. Frank Clark gets off, and he's just going to throw it underneath. And that gets stopped short of the 1st, and we're going to get the ball back again. 1st and 10 here. After we force a punt, we're going to run it and end around with Obregon, and he breaks a tackle and gets a decent gain there. 2nd and 5. We are just going to sit back here, and I'm going to float it to Baldwin, and he's going to come up with the grab. And that's going to be a huge first down there, and we just keep on moving the chains. 2nd and pretty long here. I'm going to want to get some positive yards, as I'm going to be under pressure by Chandler Jones. And I knew if I would have tried to throw it away, I would have been sacked, and that's his 3rd. 3rd and 22 here. I'm going to throw it. Oh, and he misses. He had the net wide open, and he misses badly. So it's kind of been a punt fest these last few drives by each team. We've just punted it back and forth, kind of. No one's really able to establish control of the ball here, and Rosen's going to step back, and he's going to throw it deep, and he has Nelson in stride, and Chancellor tries to dive and cannot catch him, and Josh Rosen makes a huge play and tosses it to Nelson for a touchdown, and they're probably going to take the lead here, likely. So we're going to get the ball back here after Arizona scores very quickly, which is worrying, as I'm going to try to roll outside, and Chandler Jones finds us again. Man, he has some long arms, just like John Jones. Jesus. Thought we were going to run for that, and he just snags me. It's going to be 2nd and 13 here. I'm going to try to throw it, and Penny comes up with the grab. What a route by him. It's going to be 3rd and inches here. We're going to go into the good old QB sneak, and Russell Wilson's going to pick it up there. We're going to line up in the same formation here. And I'm just going to throw it down there to Vanette, and he makes a grab. We're going to move the chains again. Russell Wilson playing well today. So another 1st down here. We're going to do a little play action and run with Russell Wilson most likely. And he's going to get about 7 again. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 here. Going to run with Wilson. And just, I was waiting for X to come open. I sat there for a hot minute, didn't I? I thought Vanette was going to separate, but he just never did. 3rd and 9 here. Let's see if we can maybe try to pick this up, as I'm just going to fire it to Vanette. And he breaks a tackle. Does he get the first? He was going back for a little bit, and we do end up picking it up. We're going to try a little triple option. This could be tricky here. We'll see what happens. Oh, as I try to toss it. No, oh my God. And we fumble it. Yeah, that happened. That did happen. I don't want to talk about it, you know? I just, let's forget that happened. Oh my God, dude, I am such an idiot. I don't know. Triple option, you know? Just not my thing, all right? Oh, and we lose it. We could have took the lead. Oh, that's bad. That's really tough. 2nd and 1 here for Arizona. They're not running David Johnson as much as you would think here. They're passing it. They're starting to try to pass it a little bit. I mean, you can say whatever you want about Seattle's defense, but their run-stopping ability is very good. We've only allowed like 20 yards to David Johnson. Passing is a different animal, but run game, we're really good at stopping. So it's going to be a 3rd and 5 and a pretty big play at this point in the game. Josh Rosen has all day, and he just throws it away, and I think that's out of field goal range. Wow, they're going to pin me back here at the 2, which is not what you want against this kind of front. Oh, so I'm just going to try to roll out with Russell Wilson, and he escapes a tackle there, and we're able to dive down. We pick up the 1st. Nice play by Russell. So we have a long drive to go if we want to score points, which is definitely hard, as Obregon's going to get it. And he accelerates to pick up another 1st down. It's going to be another 1st down here. We're going to play action it here and then just try to throw it. But we're under pressure immediately. They send the house at us. Definitely looks like they're going to blitz me for sure. And they sure do. And I'm under pressure immediately. Chandler Jones with his 4th sack. I mean, I can't do anything when pressure gets in my face immediately. So it's going to be a 3rd and very long here. I'm just going to try to float it. That's probably a bad play. And it's broken up. And we're going to have to punt it from deep in our own territory. Oh, they struggle with it. And they, oh my. I didn't even see that. I was getting a freaking drink. They botched the punt. And they're going to block it for a touchdown. Okay, bro. Well, that's definitely not what you want to happen there. A blocked punt turns into a touchdown, and that's bad. And we're just going to pass it here to Vanette, and he gets a pretty decent gain. It's going to be a 3rd and a long 1 here. We're going to see if we can pick this up. We're going to bounce it outside with Rashad Penny, and he's going to be able to pick up the 1st down there. So after a delay of game, that's going to back us up 5 yards, which is tough. Definitely kind of falling apart here late as Chandler Jones gets in again. And Russell Wilson is injured. So Russell Wilson gets injured, and that's going to bring in Joe Webb here, which is not great. And we get sacked immediately. This offensive line is not good. It's going to be a 3rd and 28. And Russell Wilson is injured, and I'm just going to float it here to Obregon. And he's going to get near the first. 27 yards. Russell Wilson has a ruptured disc and is not going to be able to return. Another injury here in the franchise. Not what you want to see, and Baldwin comes up with the grab, though, in a tight window. So 2nd and 13 here. Oh my God. This pass rush is insane. Dude, this pass rush is so insane right now, I can't even get a playoff. Every time I try to throw it, I get sacked. And I'm just going to have to get it to Disley here, who has a little open space. And we're just going to go for the field goal here. We get it off, and we miss it. The field goal is missed. God. It's going to be a 2nd and 9. We really need to stop here. And they're going to pass it to Gresham, who gets a few. It's going to be 3rd and 4. Very big play. Very big. Josh Rosen is going to fire it. And he comes up with the grab. 1st and 10. Josh Rosen going to go under center. Seal Jones here in motion. And that is a run if I've ever seen one. David Johnson doesn't get much. This is a must stop down. We cannot allow them to even go for a field goal, as they're just going to throw it here. And that's going to be a long field goal to attempt. They are going to go for the field goal. A field goal would end our chances here at a comeback. It's going to be 4th and 4. They're going to kick it, and that looks like it's right down the middle, and it is. Well, the game is likely over here. Let's try to get Webb some passes here to see what he can do, since we're going to be without Wilson for a while, which is definitely tough. 3rd and 10 here. We're just going to pass it to Vanette, who gets the ball in stride. Stiff arm somebody off. 2nd and 14. Man, I just can't stop thinking that's our season off the marks there, as Joe Webb hits Vanette there in stride for a good gain. 2nd and goal here. Just going to toss it underneath the penny. We're not going to get much. And that's going to take us to the end of the game. So that's going to be a tough loss for us. We are going to lose, and we also lose Russell Wilson. I mean, what can I say? That was the worst possible outcome, losing Russell there. Let's just go ahead and see how long he's going to be out. So we're back here, and Russell Wilson is going to be injured for 7 more weeks. We're going to have to go through the most difficult part of our schedule without him. And Joe Webb is going to take the place. He doesn't have good accuracies at all. 74 short. Oh, God. He's pretty fast, so yeah, we're going to have to try to keep it short, I guess. That's really tough. We're going to be without him for a while. Next week, we take on Cincinnati. Yeah, that's going to be the Week 2 game here. We're going to go to Week 3 next episode. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you hit that sub button. And I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.